Over something if you're looking to turn your pop-up into more of an off-road, and if you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a brand new pop-up, which I didn't. I looked at them, and they wanted $13,000 to $16,000 for a new pop-up, and that's just not something I wanted to spend. So I looked at ways to turn my Viking 1984 Viking Little Gasser, which the canvas is good and everything else is good on it. Looked at how I can make it to an off-road camper, and it was very simple. About $400 later, I'm able to do that. So what I did was we took out the single independent suspension that I had, and it had some tires. I think they're 4.80 dash 12 tires, which are only about 20 inches tall. We took all that out. We bought an axle from Northern Tools and Equipment, and all the stuff that they gave me was probably about $223. And then I went on Amazon and bought a axle flip kit, which is 40 bucks. And then I bought tires on Amazon for $109. And then I got another spare, so we're looking at about $150 on tires. So it really wasn't that much to give me about 10 inches of lift. I used to have a 7-inch drop on my 2005 Nissan Titan. Now I had to go buy a 2-inch drop and turn it upside down. So it raised it up 2 inches. So that's a 9-inch difference on my hitch, which is awesome because now I have about 20 to 24 inches of clearance right here. 20 with this part hanging down where I don't have that in the back. I have 24. So plenty to take it off-road. So if you're looking to save a lot of money, I would go look for a cheap pop-up that has good canvas that you can work on a little bit and put a lift. So we're going to go underneath. I'll show you what we did. Um, and that way, if it's something you're thinking about, it was pretty easy to do. Like I said, $400 to $500.
So here
It's
we
all
are
cost
underneath.
good.
One thing we had to do, since it's not made for off-road, your frame is not as thick as the ones that are off-road, so we had to add. This is some angle iron. It's a 1/4 inch thick. It's 3 inches on this side, 2 inches here. We had to add that because this couldn't take the welding of the shackles and the abuse that it's going to take when we take it off-road. So from the one that we had, the axle, the independent axle that was in here, it only let the tire down about that much, about an inch or two. And then you can see these tires it had, which are pretty small. I think they're 4 inches shorter than the ones that I have now. Um, so we just welded, simple, simple, welded this stuff up, made sure we had the tire where it's going to be nice and centered, and then we just drilled holes, 4 holes in each of these, and bolted them in. And then you can look up axle flips. It's pretty easy. You just weld a little piece on the top, so you still have the same bend to your axle that you need. But very simple. Axle flip gave us about 3 inches. And then we got about 6 more inches from all the rest of the shackles and just the springs, which gave me about 9 inches. And again, $400 versus 13 to 16,000s. I will take $400 every time. And to me, it's kind of retro and looks pretty cool. So send your comments if you have any. And questions or even thoughts. There's some other things I'm doing to this camper too, but I'll show those in a later film. But until next time, we'll see you later.